Room talking to the players. I'm sure he'll have plenty to say a little bit later on, but right now let's go up to the sporting editor of the Sunday Press in the final edition of Palmer's Punchlines for season 1986. Scotty, good evening.
Good evening, fellas, and welcome viewers to the last of the Tuesday night Punchlines. The bombshell in football is the resignation tonight of Dr. Geoffrey Edelsten as the figurehead boss of the Sydney Swans. The doc claims it for pressure of business and the fact that he is going over to America to sell his brand of medicine. That pill, I believe, is a little bit hard to swallow. I think it'd take more than that to get the doc and lovely Leanne out of that front row in the royal box at the SCG. I believe we haven't heard the last of Dr. Edelsten. Injuries are the problem. Essendon might be looking to recover team desire, but there is no covering the fact that champion Roger Merritt is carrying a serious injury. And according to the Bombers, he'll have to live with an elbow ailment for the rest of this year. Essendon can't afford to let Merritt have the necessary treatment on his valuable arm. Carlton's champion Ken Hunter has developed a chronic calf muscle injury. He can't throw it off and has been ordered to have a complete rest. Hunter said today he hoped to be back for the Essendon game on July 20, but it could be longer. Michael Roach will go under x-rays tonight to determine whether he has a fracture of the shin. And by tomorrow, the Tigers should know if they have a spearhead for Saturday and onwards. Carlton, though, they're the smarties of the VFL. They're already planning for 87 and boosting their roving division. They signed South Adelaide champion Mark Nally, had him cleared, processed by the league and cleared back to Adelaide in a day. It's just so they'll have him there for next season. St Kilda's Trevor Barker, who took a punishing kick to the hand against Carlton, is okay, and now thinking he might delay a future in Queensland to play one more year with the Saints. Trevor is more concerned this week about his Chow Chow pup than his Duke. He had to pay $500 to have its eyelid fixed. Jack Hamilton will be in Brisbane tomorrow talking to football officials about a VFL team up there. The Lions had a board meeting today, and they aren't being thrown off the 86 track by all those Brisbane plans. Today they signed Brendan Ryan, a centre-half forward from North Melbourne, and he'll be in the Lion colours on Saturday. Talking of colours, the Guernsey manufacturers are getting edgy over the talk of mergers, and no wonder. And if I was a betting man, I'd take a shade of odds on one that hasn't been spoken about too much. Melbourne and North Melbourne. Things are happening, I can sense it. North would probably see their name go, but would like to see some of their colours incorporated. Maybe the devilish kangaroos will look like this in the future. And by the way, fellows, even though Bob Yeomans isn't out there tonight to give the Hawks his sniffing drug, head trainer Ken Goddard told me he had it in his carry bag. They told me to tell Kevin Sheedy they've bumped up the eucalyptus content too. Back to you, fellas. Maybe see you next year. Keep punching.
Thank you, Scotty. Wouldn't mind a sniff of it right now. We'll take a break and we'll be back in just a moment at VFL Park.